guys, and welcome back. I am here today to do a little bit more of an in-depth review of a very large, substantial purchase I made. If you follow over on Instagram, you've already seen a little bit of an unboxing. Did a little fun, I don't know, it was like more of a mood video. You kind of had the whole experience of going outside to the patio with me, and there's rosé, and I'm just unboxing this beautiful bag. So we are going to talk more about the bag in today's video, kind of the pricing, what size I got, why I got that size, as well as where I got it, and kind of what the deal was with actually getting the bag, because there was a little bit of drama and it was a little bit harder than I expected to spend that kind of money. Usually if I want to spend thousands of dollars, I feel like they'll just take it right away, but in this case it was a little bit harder to actually find the bag and get the approval to get it. So all of that is going to come. Today's video is in partnership with one of my favorite brands, Ana Luisa Jewelry. I'm wearing a couple of the pieces right now. We've got these really cute earrings that have kind of like a little double hoop situation going, and then I've got a couple different rings. We've got all chain rings here. This is a stacking chain ring set of 3, and then a gold chain link ring here. And I really like chains. They're definitely not talked about as often. Most of the time people are like, oh, it's a ring, it's a ring. I really like the chain situation because I feel like they kind of adhere to your fingers throughout the day. I don't know about you guys, but my fingers do fluctuate if I have a lot of salt, if I drink any wine, my fingers do tend to plump up, and so sometimes even my wedding band will get a little bit tight, and that is why I really like the chain, because it's just more comfortable and it's less likely to cause an issue with your rings. So I really like these. I will do a couple different close-ups so you can see just how pretty they are, but really good quality. And the biggest thing about Ana Luisa that I really want to kind of touch on is the fact that they are super sustainable. They are using recycled gold and silver jewelry, and then all of their diamonds are actually lab made to be the same quality as diamonds that would be mined. And I think in fashion we do have a lot of brands and a lot of different pieces of the industry that are not really sustainable at all, and I think for the brands that are doing a really good job of doing recycled goods is incredible, because there's so many resources out there that we can just use and recycle and create beautiful things out of them, and so Ana Luisa is doing just that. So I wanted to let you guys know I will have a discount code for you in the description box below. I will also have a comment including all of that information. If you guys do want to shop their site, I will have that code for you because it's beautiful jewelry and it's just really easy to wear. And I have had a lot of questions about some of my other chain rings in the past. I think people kind of like this idea of this link situation. So this could be the perfect time to try it because their pricing is really good. They have certain things on their site that are as low as like $39, $40, something in that range. So it's super affordable. They're not giving you these crazy luxury prices that a lot of brands do. So lots of things to appreciate about Ana Luisa in general. So again, discount code will be in the description box. I'll also leave a comment so you guys can check that out. Shop the site, let me know what you think, but their pieces are just so gorgeous and I just love that they're sustainable. Okay. The moment you've all been waiting for. Let's not hold this back any further. Let's dive into the bag. So this is the bag. Ah, it's beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous, and I really do like this slouchy element of the Chanel 19 just because it's a little bit more practical and wearable. I've never really been a fan of the really rough or like rigid bags because I feel like I'm absolutely going to ruin them so quickly. There's going to be creases, there's going to be lines. With this there's almost less pressure just because it's already kind of slouchy and it's got like a worn in look, if you know what I mean. So again, this is the Chanel 19 white medium size. Now the reason I went for the medium size is just because I wanted something that was more of a shoulder bag. You can kind of see it's actually a lot bigger than I originally expected, and I'm actually really happy about it, to be quite honest, because I didn't want the maxi because the maxi was going to be able to fit basically my laptop, and I thought that would actually be not a great idea because a laptop would probably scrape the inside of the bag. It would cause the bag to wear down in such a way, just because laptops are pretty heavy, especially mine. I think mine I mean, it feels like it weighs a lot when it's in my backpack, so if I was traveling, I just didn't want to have the capacity to fill the crap out of the bag because I knew it was going to wear a lot faster. So yeah, that's why I decided to go with a medium, because I didn't want it to be a crossbody and obviously didn't want that smaller size. So I thought medium was really perfect. And originally I was kind of worried about the size because the sales advisor who originally sent me a photo was really tiny and the bag looked so big on her, and she was 5'1", I think. So the bag was really big on her. So I was kind of thinking about it and I just felt like the medium is probably the best size for me, even though seeing it on her made me kind of nervous. But I'm 5'6", and I think it's just the perfect size. So you can obviously hold it right here by the top handle, and you can also wear it as a shoulder bag, and you can kind of clutch it like this. This is kind of what I tend to do when I'm out looking at stuff. So I just really liked that. And then the shoulder bag kind of allows it to be also a crossbody. You can kind of see that. It can be a crossbody. It just works really well in so many different ways, and it fits so stinking much. The thing I like about this too is I kind of think about where I'm going to be taking this, and I worry about pickpocketers. So I kind of like the fact that the clasp, you really do have to work to turn it in order to open the bag. Something that I realized when I was in Paris last year is that the bag that did the best for me was my Burberry one, because it has a clasp, and sometimes it's hard to even do it with your own hands. So I do think that something like this gives you a little bit more security, because it does require a little bit more of the movement and kind of holding the bag with one hand and then using your other hand. So once you kind of open it in here, you see there's a bunch of space. You've got that little inside pocket, and I have this little guy basically saying that this is an authentic Chanel. Yay. Just really gorgeous. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see how people, you know, go crazy over bags, but I kind of understand the hype around Chanel. There's just something so chic, so timeless. But yeah, one of you said I was basically like Princess Diana with this bag, because she had a more vintage version of pretty much the same style. Now, the thing I will say that I really liked about this one in particular is the unique element of using two metals. Very cool to use silver and gold, and you guys know that I love mixing silver and gold jewelry. I do it all the time. My wedding band is silver, and then I love silver jewelry, and then I've absolutely been having a gold jewelry kick. Sorry, I keep adjusting this dress because it's really bothering me. I need to pull this down. It's one of those off the shoulder, but it's got straps. It's kind of strange. But yes, I really liked the fact that it had the gold and silver, because it just allows for you to wear gold jewelry or silver jewelry. Either one is going to be good. And it's white. The reason I went for white, I know people are probably like, oh my gosh, why didn't you go for black or the beige? Because anything you do to this, you will be able to see, right? The thing I've noticed already is that things are really easily removable from the bag. So for example, I did get a little bit of my lipstick on here, and I just wiped it away. It was no issue. It's completely gone. I've noticed that, but the thing is, white is perfect year-round, and I think it's a really great summer bag because white goes kind of with every outfit, and it's like light and breezy. And then in the colder months, it really makes your outfit pop when you're wearing those darker colors, like you're wearing your maroons, your greens, your navies, your blacks. This bag is such a pop of color across all of those different color ranges. So I just felt like this was the bag that I would wear all year versus just one time of year. And for me personally, black bags are classic, but I feel like they have to be worn at nighttime. They're more of like an evening type of bag, whereas this could be an evening or day kind of bag, and it just made sense as my first like real bag purchase. Like, this is a very big girl purchase for me, my first Chanel, my first bag of this kind of price point. I felt like I wanted something that was going to be pretty much universal for me and my life. So why I went for the white, I know you guys are probably cringing. You're like, why white, Ada? Why white? You live in the desert, it's dirty out there, and it's literally dirt just always flowing around, but it is what it is, as they say. So that's kind of the reasoning behind the size. I didn't want the maxi and I didn't want the smaller one. I wanted to actually be able to fit a substantial amount of things in there. Why I chose the white, I felt like it was really versatile. I could wear it daytime, nighttime, winter, summer, all of the times. Now, the price point of this bag, it sells retail at $5,300 for the medium, okay? Then you're gonna add on the sales tax for whichever state you live in that you would have this bag delivered to. And this is kind of the decision between if I went pre-loved or brand new. I had researched a lot of the normal pre-loved sites and people that I go through, like Julie Rose Boston, Tradesy, The Real Real, and a lot of them were actually selling this bag for substantially more. And one of my amazing followers, her name's Sarah, we're basically friends now because we text and DM every day now, but she noticed the price of the bag when I was trying to get it pre-loved, and she said it's way more than if you just try to buy it in the store. So she ended up introducing me to her Saks sales advisor. And the story of how I got this bag was very dramatic because the first sales advisor, her and I were like, yes, let's do it. And I sent her all of my credit card information, and she comes back to me and she says, unfortunately, my finance department has declined this transaction because you don't have a Saks profile and you've never bought Chanel from us before. So I basically got declined because I didn't have any sort of a profile or a record with Saks. And that was really frustrating, to be honest, because I don't care if I don't have a profile or not. I think that's ridiculous. I'm trying to spend thousands of dollars with you. Like, most people would just jump on the opportunity, you know what I mean? But they have a very strict policy. So then we were trying to figure out, how do we get around this? And so Sarah was like, well, maybe you can use my profile. And then we realized we couldn't do it that way. Then they told me I had to buy gift cards in the amount of the bag. The only problem is if I return the bag, I just have all this money at Saks, and I didn't want to take that chance. I said I need to have this under my profile because I want Saks to know that I bought the bag, not that Sarah bought the bag, not that anybody else bought it, but I did. And I also don't want gift cards because, you know, you never know. God forbid something's wrong with the bag, or, you know, I didn't like the size, or, you know, the chain was broken. I would return it and get the credit at Saks and not an actual return because I used gift cards to buy it. So that was not happening. So anyway, we finally found another sales advisor. You guys are so helpful when it comes to this stuff. We found another sales advisor, and she was able to make this purchase for me at Saks, no issues, and I paid substantially less going the completely new route from Saks than I would have pre-loved. The bag pre-loved is going for about $6,300, and the reason is the people who have this bag who are selling it are in New York, or they're in California, or they're somewhere else where the sales tax is a lot higher. In Arizona, it's 5.6%. In some of those other places, it's 9% plus. When you're making a purchase of thousands of dollars, the sales tax makes a big difference, and it's hundreds of dollars of difference. So if the bag is $5,300, the sales tax here was 5.6. I'm pretty sure the total amount of the bag was like $56.30, something of that range, which was still way cheaper than buying it pre-loved for $6,300. So we definitely did a lot of research. It was very stressful. I was trying to like get this exact bag in the color, and I wanted my sales state tax, so it was just a struggle, kind of a scavenger hunt. And then people were sending me images. They're like, the beige is here in this store and the black's in this store, and I was like, I want the white. So it was definitely a bit of a scavenger hunt, but again, huge shout out to Sarah. She's amazing. She was texting, she was calling, she was like, I'll get you a Saks sales advisor, we're gonna figure this out, and figure it out we did. So I'm really just happy and just so thankful to have found the bag that I wanted. I had my eye on it. I've had my eye on a Chanel bag for quite some time now, and originally I was thinking, you know, the black with the gold top handle, but this white one just spoke to me so much more. So that's basically the story. I actually got it cheaper going brand new and getting it from Saks than I would have if I had gone the pre-loved route. And keep in mind, some of these pre-loved bags have actually never even been opened. It's someone who is really trying to build a status with whatever store or the brand that they want status with, so they end up buying kind of the newest, hottest item, especially if they're advised by their sales advisor. And so some of them are brand new, but they're still pre-loved because they were pre-owned. Pre-loved, pre-owned, whatever. But anyway, that's kind of the story of the bag, the reason I chose the color, the price point of the bag, kind of a little bit of insight into the pricing of it. If you are able to get it new, it might be the better path, just because you may actually save a little bit of money. And I've just noticed that the sales tax in Arizona is really low in comparison, so I would rather pay sales tax from my state if it saves me, you know, $400, $500. So keep that perspective kind of in mind. I think it's helpful, and I'm just, again, so thankful to Sarah who helped me find the bag. If you guys have questions, let me know. I will have included some close-ups of the bag, things that I pulled from my original reveal, and I'll also have the link to the reveal in my description box so you guys can go on that little experience. People loved that video. The insights on that particular Instagram post were insane. I've been joking on stories that I just need to buy a new Chanel bag every week in order to get my traffic way up because people loved watching that. So I'll make sure to include some links, some close-ups, and if you guys have any questions about the bag, let me know. This was, again, my first time buying a Chanel bag. I've bought Louis and Gucci and Dior and other things in the past, but this is kind of like my biggest designer purchase. And I did find out that Chanel will, I'm sure you guys who are into designer know this already, but they will be increasing their pricing again in a couple months. So this bag is going to be worth more. So my goal is to keep it in amazing condition. I mean, that's always my goal with all of my nice things. Keep it in incredible condition in the event that I do want to sell it down the road and get something else. So goal is to keep it that way, but it is nice to know that the bag will actually be worth more in just a couple months time. So if you are looking to buy, I would recommend doing it now because it's going to go up, and I think it was another substantial amount actually. So Chanel just keeps going up in price, and I feel like now's the time to buy and then just have these investments kind of stock up. And I know not everyone thinks of it like that, but if you can keep a nice bag in good or excellent condition, it really does become something treasured down the road because it's not going to lose its value. It's a classic bag. You know, if you get it in the nude or like the beige, black, white, I mean, you're talking about classics, and this is a flat bag. So I just think it's a really good investment piece. So, I mean, whatever I have to tell Aaron to just let me do it, you know what I mean? So anyway, if you guys have any questions about the bag, let me know. Again, this video I was working with Ana Luisa Jewelry, got my cute little earrings, all the rings on this finger. So if you guys want to check them out, make sure to check that discount code in my description box. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.